Hello, welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday, September 10th, 2023, and it's raining today. We drove in from the woods, and all along the way, it was too dark to do the weekly foliage check as we drove in. I'll try to do that tomorrow. We're supposed to have rain today, Monday, Tuesday, and maybe dry out on Wednesday, and then it looks like we've got a few days that are clear. The weather forecast, the last time I checked it, which was 2 days ago, said that this rain that we're having this morning wasn't supposed to get here till this afternoon, but alas, it's wet. So this the 10th, there's like 20 days left of September, 21 days left of September, and I've started getting some logs down and into shape, and I spent a good part of yesterday working on some new log sawhorses that are not as high as the first three. The legs on that first set are horrible. They're just wobbly as can be. I've made these a lot more sturdy, and I've got the legs cut, sized. I've started chiseling out the stem on each of them, two of them, and I've got two more to go. And then I'll have a complete set for there, so I don't have to lift heavy logs as high to be able to hew them and get on with it. I am been having some misgivings this past few days. I know I've been working so hard out here, and yet I feel I have so very little to show for it. I mean, you can look around the site and you can see that it's cleaned up a good bit, and I got the metal hauled off. I've straightened out that fire pit in good ways. I've built another one, but man, I don't know. I'm trying to reflect and figure out what it is. If I had to describe the 2023 summer up here in the UP, I would say rain, because July was just day after day of it, and here we are in September, and we've had, this is going to be like 6 of the first 13 days rather are going to be all rain. That's been a big impediment. It's very definitely water under the membrane underneath. I never could have imagined, Mom was trying to had cautious words all winter long in Alabama, visiting her and seeing my dad and seeing my daughter Haley down in Florida, that we were going to get eaten by a bear, which was her fear all last year. But I never thought the one that we've dealt with this year would be nearly as aggressive as it's become. We haven't seen it in a few weeks. No, I guess it's been a week now since I've seen evidence that it's been in the camp looking for anything it could find, and it didn't find anything, so it left. It did snap another one of the support piping, whatever you want to call it, for the big tent. It's given up on trying to find anything in the teepee, and surprisingly, that tarp draped over the apex of it down that one side and tied down has done a good job of keeping rainwater from getting in there. But as we were pulling out today to come into town, get out of the wet, I realized, long time ago, I should have built some kind of something to where I could cook meals when it's raining on the stove and us not worry about getting wet. I should have put up a structure to put firewood in and had it drying for the past year so that it's usable now and choppable now, and could go right into the fireplace that I built last weekend. That I should have built a shower/latrine structure, shower house, that's the word I'm looking for, like Dave Whipple has done. And a tool shed would have been nice, and so would that 12 by 16 cabin that I meant so much to build this summer when we got up here and had the budget for. And then came the rain in July, and rather than being out in the woods in the wet, we were in town staying dry, posting content, staying dry after day after day after day. And I did find some extra tools that I wanted to buy, and did. They weren't expensive. I haven't bought anything really expensive since we've been up here. Well, correction. I bought the Husqvarna Rancher 460. That chainsaw has been worth every penny of its weight and zip and power. I don't regret having bought that at all. Used it the other day to fell a huge oak. It's got to be about 1.5 feet in diameter. And I'm going to put it to some good use. But today, again, it's raining. Although I'm recording this out in the car, and it's not all that wet out here. I mean, it's raining. The windshield's wet, so it's misting. But as far as, as heavy as it was when we were out in the woods, it's not nearly that, no. So there's some other pieces of what's going on, what we've been doing to add in. And yesterday I was making those sawhorses for the logs that I'm starting to cut. And I started trying to drill straight into an oak log with this massive 1.25 inch bit. And what I didn't do beforehand was use the other bit with the paddle on it to score the wood. So the bit slid when I tried to go in at a 45-degree angle, and it slid to the left. And I've got a lot of work still to be done, and rain is screwing that up big time. But Maycee and I are doing great. We've been having a good time. She's been having a ball this summer. I've never heard her bark so much. And she's just, she can bark for hours on end if I would let her, and it didn't drive me crazy. But she's been so good. She's the best dog I've ever had, and I love her so much. And gosh, I don't even know what to say about it. She'd rather be out here than she would be in Dallas or Montgomery, Alabama, or anywhere else. This is where she feels most at home. And in the last few years of her life, I feel duty-bound to do as much as I can to keep her up here. So I've got to pull things together on my part. And we need a outdoor kitchen. I saw Hannah Lee Dugan is building one. I'll probably snatch some of that video of her doing that. She'll have all milled wood, and it'll be beautiful. And I'm going to have roughened logs, which, it's fine. That's where we are. We are in the rough timber woods of the UP of Michigan. And that's why I adopted the name of the Timberlander, because we couldn't be more authentic in being out in the hard-ass woods than we are. Albeit we go into town a lot, maybe too much. But we've now spent almost 5.5 months sleeping in this big blue Ozark Trail tent that we bought last summer. And Ozark Trail in no way could have meant for anybody to take this thing out here into the woods and put it to this kind of test, and it still be doing all the things it's doing. So I'm quite pleased. Proud to say that the Ozark Trail 10-person tent is a worthy purchase for anybody. Now, as far as that TP, I've said it before, I wouldn't give you 3 hoots in hell for it. But it has done its job after I put that tarp over it. So, maybe it's only 1 hoot in hell that I would give for it. But it all goes back to I shoulda, woulda, coulda built something stronger and more sturdy and airtight and rain tight, weather tight, snow strong than I did. And I need to get busy and not give up and be ready for next year. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. Funds are tight. I need to get some metal sheeting for the roofing on the shed that I'm going to get built here in the next week and a half. And contributions through Venmo and PayPal, the more generous, the better, would be quite helpful to help just rock me through to the end here. If I have enough of that sheeting left, I could also put together the outdoor kitchen roof and get those things in good shape before we leave here, so that the stuff I have to leave behind, because we will not have room for my workbench and all that stuff, the bed frame, the cart, my desk inside the tent, that stuff's going to have to stay here, and I don't want it falling apart or rotting over the winter. So if you could spare $20, $25, $50, $100, and up, if you're that so willing, that would surely help at this point. Okay, stay positive, keep your focus, be true to yourself, know your limitations, do all you can to help do good for others, and make a difference in our world. That's what I'm about, and thank you for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye. Anyway, I want to invite you to check out donaldjclaxton.com. There's some great stuff we've been loading for merchandise. I've got some blog posts there. You can go to YouTube and here on TikTok and see the videos I'm posting. I'm working on some new projects, and I really want your help and support. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and keep giving us those likes. It really helps. Bye.